Well, next Sunday is World Alzheimer's Day, and many of us have seen or heard about the new research showing a connection between hearing loss and the disease or other types of dementia. The good news is there are steps to take to reduce the risk. So Minneapolis audiologist Dr. Carrie Meyer is here to walk us through it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
First, can you talk about the connection between the two?
Absolutely. So what we know is that as we age, all right, we lose our hearing, right? And that creates a loss in that social connectedness, right? That ability to communicate. People with hearing loss tend to isolate themselves. And when that happens, we know that you are more likely to develop dementia. With a mild hearing loss, you're 3 times as likely to develop dementia. With a severe hearing loss, 5 times as likely.
Oh, wow. Okay. So when we are starting to experience hearing loss, what are we looking for? What symptoms, if there
Well,
are?
that's the one that really gets people in trouble. The reason being is the people around you are going to notice you don't hear well before you notice it.
Good point.
So if you got people that are angry with you, they're repeating themselves. If you're noticing that your family's telling you the TV's too loud, if maybe you want to make a phone call to make an appointment and you'd rather have your partner do it, probably need to have your hearing evaluated.
Okay, and we know too that hearing aids can help. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, this is one of the wonderful things that we've discovered. For instance, the University of Minnesota participated in a huge national study called the ACHIEVE study, and they found in older adults with very common health conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, those who wore hearing aids were 48% less likely to develop dementia. More importantly, recent research has showed us as well that in that 45 to 65 age bracket, not old, but more in midlife, those people have hearing loss as the single largest modifiable risk factor for developing dementia.
Wow, I didn't know some of this. Okay, so before I let you go, of course we want to have this conversation with our loved ones. How do we do it respectfully and tactfully?
Oh, thank you for those words. Start respectfully and tactfully. Also, you want to remember, we don't want to talk about it as a problem, as a health issue, as a disease. Instead, talk about communication. When you can't hear me, I really, really get frustrated. I feel like you're not paying attention. What I'm saying isn't important. Then I would remind the person who might have the hearing loss to think about it from that direction as well. Communication, right? Really hard to say something loving and kind if someone's yelling and repeating themselves. And give yourself a little grace. If you suspect you have a hearing loss, help yourself out. There's online hearing tests. We have one, AmplifOneUSA.com. Maybe check that out. And remember, I love this, that someone just recently said to me, looking at hearing health is also helping relationship health.
I love that. Thank you so much for all of the information. We have more on that at KARE11.com/noon. Thanks for